What is up? What's good? What's Google? It's your boy Darren Green. Okay, let me get a good bomb up in here before we get up in here. It is the Quality Chats, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, okay, El Teddy 27 official. What is going on? Cassandra,
Hey,
hey.
hey now, hey now. How
Yeah,
art thou?
it's good. I'm like when I tell you I was fighting with my hair.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, no, now things are different today because we are live on Instagram and on Facebook. You know,
Hello, Instagram people. Hello,
hey,
Book of Faces people.
my book of faces, honey. Yeah.
And hello to my ashy hand. Let me put some lotion. Did you just see my hand look like I had
What?
on a gray glove?
Ooh.
Oh,
Hey, yo,
oh.
not a gray glove, child. No, but I've really been fighting with
Yo.
my hair, guys.
Because I
Like,
got some people to drag today. So I ain't going to be able to drag the people.
yeah,
And
right.
my
They were like,
hand
with
is
them
down
dry ass
here.
hands, you dragging the people with them dry ass
Mm-hmm.
hands. Come on.
And they gonna be reading me talk about how he gonna drag me with his old ashy hands.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this live might be a little bit of a mukbang in the beginning because, girl, I'm eating dinner.
He is hungry. I got a good salad that I made over here
Oh,
that I've been
very.
eating on. It's real good. It's real good.
I know that's right. I got my little tea. Got the tea
Okay, my hands
lemonade.
look better now. Oh, praise God.
They look a lot more lively. Yes. Girl, but yeah,
Mm.
we got a lot to get into. We're gonna
Hey,
talk about.
everybody in the chat. Hey, Cassandra.
Hey, what's going on, Cassandra? So we are going to get into the whole Real Housewives of Potomac. You know, the final part to this reunion of season 8, and then we're going to talk about Summer House, and we'll have some other topics to get into. Also, you know, all that and more coming up on the Quality Chats Live. Now, we got to start with the house skanks of
The Real
Potomac.
House Skanks of Potomac.
Yes, because I mean, where? Okay, do you want to start with Gordon and
We
that
can start.
situation?
That's where they started this week. That's where they started this episode. So we can
Uh huh.
start there.
Okay, definitely. I'm all look. My thing is this. So we
Listen.
found out he got bipolar one.
No, he don't.
That's That's literally what I said too. Because
No, he don't. We do not believe him.
like.
And people say, "Oh, that's so insensitive." No, what's insensitive is there are truly people who really do have
Mm-hmm.
bipolar, or other mental situations with their mental health, and this makes a whole mockery of what those people deal with and go through. I don't believe anything that comes out of Gordon Gartrell's mouth or his wife can't read my no, you can't read my crater face.
Oh,
I don't
oh.
believe none of it. None of it.
Did you see the
I
way
mean,
Andy looked? Did you see the way Andy looked at him when he was explaining? Like Andy was like, "What the hell's going on?" Like when I tell you, I didn't believe
child,
it. This is he trying to salvage this marriage that that Mia is apparently trying to get out of?
he's trying to explain away all of his transgressions all in one fell swoop and just blame it on. Oh, I was manic. Oh, is that why this? Yeah, it's because I was manic. Oh, what about when you did? Yeah, it was because I was manic. Girl.
Girl,
Mm-mm.
no,
I don't buy it.
it
What?
ain't giving.
Remember, I thought Mia had. Remember, Mia was supposed to be having cancer last year too. What happened with that?
Well, I mean, they heard it was benign. I mean,
Oh.
she ain't got it, girl. These people
What
be
about
lying.
Mia lying about her mama? Said her mama abandoned her.
Oh, like you just cannot trust them. You cannot trust the Thorntons. I'm sorry.
Like there's so many things. What about her saying that she had IVF, but now y'all talking about y'all don't know the paternity of this of one of your kids, but you said you and Gordon had IVF. Girl, what is it?
Mia said that's Gordon's son. So I mean, that's what she said.
But if y'all had IVF, why is there even any question? If that's not how IVF works, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
you would go to the ink guy and say, "Hey, I had IVF. It ain't your child."
Okay,
Because
girl.
last time I checked with IVF, don't they already have sperm in egg?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's
and then
already.
they implant it into the uterus.
Mm-hmm.
Once sperm enters egg, no other sperm can enter. So even if, because I heard people say, well, maybe they were having sex around the same time. That's not how IVF works. It doesn't matter who she had sex with.
No,
It would
not
be
at all. Like I said, the Thorntons lie.
enough. I write a fun fact,
Mm-hmm.
fun scientific human embryology fact. Wherever the sperm enters becomes your mouth, and the opposite end becomes your anus. Wherever the sperm enters the egg, that immediately becomes your mouth, and the other end and the opposite sides becomes your anus. So every human being can attest that they've had sperm in their mouth.
Oh my God. You say all that to say
People have swallowed. The people have swallowed.
not swallowed, honey. Girl. No, I definitely was side eyeing that whole bit. The fact that Mia just started crying, like boohoo crying, I was just like, girl, what scene? What y'all trying to do with us,
And
child?
then, did you see how Giselle was fake caring about? Oh,
Like, oh,
but what about Gordon? Girl,
hmm.
Giselle, this episode was just incorrigible for me.
Yeah,
Like, I just, it was so hard to watch. Every time she opened her mouth, every time the camera went toward her, I cringed. Like I
yeah.
literally wanted to fight the television screen.
Not fight the television, girl. Yeah, it. We can get into because that's the next thing I want to get into as well. Hold on, I need to make sure I'm not people that's on the live. Are you hearing a reverb? Just let me know. Anyway, the whole NECA being introduced by Wendy possibility because that was another topic that was brought up. The Osu topic, of course, basically, and I didn't like how Andy he prefaced it by saying, "Well, you know, the what Caston wanted to do was to have being that we thought that you knew each other, we wanted you to introduce NECA onto the show, but you didn't want to do that." And like Wendy had to explain, no, they said that somebody's coming on the show, and they said they knew you, and it was like, and she was like, I don't know this person, and they said, well, she know you, and that was it. It wasn't like Wendy didn't want her on the show, and that's why I didn't understand on Twitter why people were saying like, oh yeah, see, Wendy admitted that she didn't want NECA on the show. Like when did Wendy say that?
First of all, Xavier said he doesn't hear a reverb.
Okay,
Hey,
good,
Xavier.
good, good, good.
First of all, I don't blame Wendy if she said she didn't want NECA on the show. Let's be clear. There was never going to be oh, this will be the first Housewives franchise that has multiple Nigerian women. They're not looking to have multiple Nigerian women. Neither are they looking to do the Real Housewives of Nigeria. Let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
She was brought there for a reason to replace Wendy.
Really?
And Wendy caught it. Wendy saw it. And when they said, oh, can you introduce her? Wendy was like, hell no, I'm not going to introduce her to the cast, the person that y'all brought here to replace me. Absolutely not. I don't blame her. And so to me, it's a moot point talking about whether she knew her, didn't know her. She could have been best friends with her since 8th grade. Baby, if they brought you here to take my job, no, baby, I'm not
Right.
introducing you to the cast.
And even that conversation about, oh, I know you, I don't know you, like, what does it mean to know somebody? Girl, like I said on my show, I said, look, knowing somebody, you know their birthday, you at least know their birth month, what sign they are, you know, what their middle name is, girl. She didn't know her. I could see somebody 5 times at a grocery store. Down me, I know that person. Come
Right.
on.
Or you could introduce me to somebody. And even if you introduce me to them a couple times, I may have never had a real conversation with them. We
Mm-hmm.
may not know anything about. We happen to be at an event. We met each other. I saw you at another event. Oh, that's that girl I saw at the other event, and we moved on. But I don't know her like that.
Come on.
And it was an absolute clout chase. We saw it for what it was. You was clout chasing off of
Mm-hmm.
Wendy. You wanted to
And
use
it's not
Wendy's
even that she
name.
was clout chasing. It's the fact that you wanted to make problems with Wendy NECA. You overtly were vicious and mean and very coarse with Wendy just because you wanted a moment. I understand too, because you really didn't have no screen time this reunion. You didn't talk that much at all. So this was your time to shine. You said talk about some. No, do you listen well? Do you listen? Like, girl, somebody, do you listen well?
Right. And you ceremoniously are off the show because you tried
Allegedly.
to have a whole moment, and it didn't do. You didn't do yourself any favors, Necker.
Yeah.
You came in the show windmilling,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't try to ingratiate yourself with you came in combative. You called this woman a whole bitch. Remember that? She had the whole shouting match when they was playing pickleball, called the woman a bitch and everything. She said it with her whole chest and everything.
And
Girl.
also said that her mom is a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, NECA, you ain't shit. And then when you got on that damn Shade Room interview, I guess you went because I just seen that on the Shade Room. They interviewed or whatever. I guess you trying to show that you still on the show, girl. No.
Yeah, I saw that Shade Room and I didn't watch it, but I saw that they did an interview. What did she say?
Well, basically, let's get into that because she talked about the colorism conversation, and then the lady said, "Well, did you experience it or whatever? Or what was your thoughts on it?" It was like, well, me personally, I didn't experience it, and I knew about the conversation before I even got on the show, so I was definitely looking for it. But when I got there, I kind of got the adverse effect. Like, they came for me because I aligned myself with the people that they were calling colorists.
No, the colorist people aligned with you to be combative with with Wendy and Candace. Please be clear. When Wendy or Candace, should Wendy or Candace have left and you would have been left on the show, you would have been,
The next
gotten the
target.
brunt of their ire. You were the next man up.
Yeah.
But you don't get that chance anymore. I hope you have fun on the Shade Room interview. Hope it was fun.
Well,
Because you probably talk more on there than you did the entirety of the season.
Exactly. You were an afterthought. You were a tool, actually, to disrupt whatever Wendy had going on. And I find it so unfortunate that Candace is leaving or whatever. It's just gonna be Wendy, and they're really gonna ice her out. Like, it's really gonna be, girl. Wendy, you coming back, girl? At this point, she got a show on YouTube. She better look. If you get a deal with whatever platform, child, or I'll leave this show.
Yo, Wendy, you may want to rethink staying because
it's just not. It's only gonna get worse.
They can recast the whole show to me.
They're not gonna do that.
Oh, I know they're not. Oh, I know they're not.
Andy is so far up Giselle's Hunani. It is crazy.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
The way Miss Cohen and the rest of the production team down to the Bravo just have no fire for Giselle. None at all. Like, Giselle, season after season after season after season, has not had to be accountable for a goddamn thing. Not a damn thing. I just, I don't like Giselle. I don't like her.
You know what? And I used to like her too when the show first started. I was like, let me give her a chance. But no, she is mean. Let's get into the other topics because that's the whole Nika and Wendy situation. Well, before we get into that, Ashley and his damn divorce. Now, Andy asked the question, is it like, are the rumors true that you're potentially like faking this divorce and that you're really just with him? Let me just say this, when she says she's still rubbing this man's feet every day, they're not divorcing. Like, you don't, she rubbing this man's feet every day.
And then, no, you see how she tried to backpedal and pussy pop off of it and say, oh, he, I said rubbed, or what she said massaged. That was she said, oh, I said massaged with a D. No, you didn't.
Girl.
You did not say with past tense. There was no past tense there, ma'am.
Yeah, you said every day.
Right.
Girl, you still freaking that man? Girl.
That's disgusting.
Nah, it's disgusting.
Like, think about Michael Darby. That's disgusting.
They said they're in an open marriage. Ashley needs to admit and move on. Yeah, come on. I mean, at this point, let that be the storyline. That'd be more interesting.
I
Honestly,
don't I don't care about Ashley. I don't like her. I want her and the bearded lady, her mother, to
not
go
the
back
bearded lady.
underneath the I-95 overpass and go away from us. Go back where y'all came from. Now, if Michael Darby needs something to do, Juan needs a job. You could pay Juan Dixon to be your whole, sugar
Man,
baby. You could pay him to be your escort, sugar baby, whatever you want to call it. But Juan need a job. You probably you like you some Juan. You got a lot of money. Go ahead and pay that man to
go
go
ahead.
ahead and do
Go
what
ahead and
you need
call
him to
Robert
do.
too. Call Robert too. She need a job too. Like, dang, Robert, you unemployed as like
That's a zero family house. I mean zero income household.
not a zero income house.
They are. They can go ahead and apply for food stamps.
Well,
Tanning.
she got the reasonably shady podcast.
That's not going to be doing too much.
It's not gonna be doing too
She's
much.
not on the show anymore, and people detest Giselle. Those ratings can't be good. They can't be. They just can't. You cannot. I would really need somebody, and I don't want to
Right.
hear them tell me the numbers. I want to see actual numbers from whatever production company puts that on or whatever platform they're on,
She's on
because
the
I
Black Effect.
refuse. I refuse to believe that they're getting
They're
ratings like that.
they're on the Black Effect podcast network, which is partnered with iHeart. So they are a syndicated show. So that means that they get checks from the platform and probably whatever revenue they get from the show. I mean,
I want to see the numbers.
who knows? There are sites that can check like what their numbers are looking like because they got a site for YouTubers and stuff like that, like how many views they get. Like
One of those sites, I can't remember what it was, but one of the sites for YouTube used to be blatantly wrong because
yeah, I
they got.
know.
I forgot which one it was, but it was one of the sites that people used to use to check YouTube
Mm-hmm.
followers and subscribers and how much money they're making. Like it used to tell even how much money people were making. It was blatantly wrong.
Yeah, no, they told. I remember I looked at my own page. They said, "Oh yeah, he making $500 like monthly." I'm like, "Oh well, thank you." They even had the stats before I even got the YouTube partner program. Like I'm like,
Mm.
oh, trying to feel my head. I'm like, oh my god, if I was the one, I'd be making that. Yeah. But no, I mean, I think people listen to the podcast. They do have fans, and quiet as it's kept, they're all on Twitter because there's a lot of stuff that's happening on Twitter now.
I don't know if
Karina,
they're on Twitter because Giselle was trending after the show and not for the reasons that she wanted to be trending.
yeah, the boycott Giselle. I don't know. I feel like when I
Mhm.
get on Twitter, I
No, it
see
was
all.
Fire Giselle boycott Rehop.
Oh, well, well. I'm not opposed. Look, everybody's getting a shakeup. We got Atlanta. I believe New York is the first franchise to do a whole reboot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole Bravo page dedicated to Robin. There is though, and then there's one with Giselle. Like I'm telling you, there's a lot of Giselle stands on Twitter, and they're very. A lot of them, I don't even see their profiles. I'm like, I know these are some white people because like y'all, the way y'all be saying, like there was this one page that talked about Karina. Now you know Karina, the one that fought Deborah.
Kiarna.
Her name Kiana.
Kiarna.
Kiarna.
Mm-hmm.
Grob is saying her
I
name
don't know
wrong.
where you get Karina from. I'm like, who is Karina?
Kiarna. Cause like girl, but no, somebody saw what she was wearing and stuff, and they was like, "Oh, she should be a shoe-in for like Love and Hip Hop the way she dressed and looked and the way she
Why?
be
I
acting."
think she'd be good for Real Housewives of Potomac. Hell, she had the best looks during her confessional.
Hey Montrez. Well, I think that I think it's because the way I mean she do. I'm not saying she dressed like she, but the girl she black on there. Okay, I'm just saying, and I mean that in the sense of like, okay, this is definitely like city girl type. I'm not trying to say, but you know what I mean. Like what she got had on, I could see like JT or like Young Miami dress. You know what I'm saying? These girls dress, elegant and in
No, they
class
don't.
and
No, they don't.
oh
They
my
can't
god.
dress. Giselle can't dress. Ashley can't dress. The ones who come dressed
Mm-hmm.
is Wendy and Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Karen. The rest of them hookers, Robin cannot dress. Giselle could never dress. And Ashley can't either. I just think Ashley's problem is she can't find a dress to get her head through it.
That's what the person said, Xavier. Yep. Like her outfit was suitable for Love and Hip Hop. Like, and this is a black person because people was commenting saying, "Oh my god, this is like anti-black, whatever." He said, "First of all, I am black." I'm like, "All right, well, internalized
It could still
racism."
be anti-black. Just because you black don't mean you can't be anti-black.
Like, and I made a comment. I was like, "What do you mean by that?" Because she dressed a little hood, but let me tell you something. She's been killing everybody in her confessionals.
I don't think that she dresses that hood. I don't even know what that means because if we look at let's look over the seasons. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
take Giselle and point her out. She doesn't dress hood or rich. She dresses like trash.
Mm-hmm.
She dresses like you are poor white trash.
Who you talking about?
That's what Giselle
Oh,
dresses like. Poor
mm-hmm.
white trash. Robin traditionally dresses like um she's trying to be some sports jock, like she got a twig and berries. Like she dressed like a man.
Bro.
Ashley just want to show, even before she got a those breast implants,
Mm-hmm.
she always just wanted to show her titties or have a split all the way up to her labia.
Oh, girl.
No, I'm serious. So
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about? Like dress? This is not the show to be talking about. Oh, her dress doesn't fit in. That's just like they said that Wendy didn't fit in with the show, and that was just simply because Wendy was dark skinned.
Yep. So you gotta get into the fans. Like the fans be just as racist and just as
Oh,
colorist.
the fans of this franchise are horrible.
Mm-hmm. I cannot even
Horrible.
get into like, and I get it when they use that video that girl on TikTok that said get rid of the light skinned bitches and put the dark skinned bitches. I mean, okay, they use that one video to say, see, these deranged Wendy and Candace fans, they are colorists too because they don't like light skinned people. I'm like, no, that's not the conversation. That is not the conversation. It is reflective of how the two of them damn green eyed bandits be acting. And how Karen, I feel like Karen is just compliant in the bullshit. Because I don't know what the hell she was doing this damn year. I'm like, girl.
Except for making them weird looks with her lips. This.
Well, what you
That's
call
all
it
she was doing. I was like,
vomit?
what is that?
Yeah. Now, anyway, let's get into the divorce situation. I'm ready. Like, girl, first of all, for Giselle, I'm sorry, we got to go back to this order. But for her to sit there and say this was Wendy, Candace, and Deborah's fault, why this fight broke out? I mean, Giselle hate Wendy so much, girl. You forcibly putting her in this shit. But when it came to Candace, I'm sorry, I don't agree with the whole. Oh, it's because of what you said. Like you say things that are vile that gets people that want to put their hands on you. I don't agree with that. When we
She
sat
didn't
there
say
and
anything to that woman that night.
mm-hmm,
She came, Deborah came over there looking to start something.
yep,
She came over there when she brought her ass over there. Whatever Candace said at that point, it was what it was. Ma'am, you came over here looking for me.
mm-hmm.
Oh, were you gonna hit her with the champagne bottle? Sure the hell was. I sure the hell was, because she came over here to attack me I can't fight, so I'm gonna pick up this bottle and wear your ass out with it. Let's get
And
some.
she don't want no part two of no goddamn Monique. Now my thing
Let's
is
get
this:
some.
for Andy to even agree and be like, first of all, you're a goddamn reunion host. Like, you're not even supposed to take sides. One, and the way that y'all nailed Portia to the coffin when she, with all her physical altercations because of words, because all of her physical altercations happened because somebody said something to her that she didn't like. Y'all nailed her to the cross. But when it's Candace, oh, well, you can't say certain things. You say certain things, people gonna react a certain way. You
But they
fight with your
felt
words.
but it was the complete opposite during season 5 when Monique drug Candace.
Mm-hmm.
And they were on the complete opposite side, which they changed the goalpost to fit whoever they don't like at that point. And
Just
that's
like you said,
somebody
the
of
line is
that
always
means you don't
moving.
have any integrity. That means you have zero integrity about you because you can flip flop and change it depending on just because you don't like someone. That means you have no integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Monique beat up Candace, they were saying, "Oh, you should never put your hands on someone. Someone's word should never cause you to put your hands on them," which
Yeah.
is my stance. I've had that stance the whole time. But now, well, it started last season when Mia attacked Wendy. When Mia attacked Wendy,
Yeah.
and they blamed Wendy. They
Yep.
immediately blamed Wendy. And it's the same thing now. And so these, and then the fact that and Candace saw in real time, because at one point she said, I knew that there was nobody to protect me, but you saw it happening even in the reunion because there was an all-on attack of Candace. And even at one point, both Mia and Wendy tried to say no, it wasn't Candace, and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter. Andy joined in. You had even freaking Karen was asking questions, almost alluding or throwing an alley oop up so that
Right.
Giselle and Robin could go in for the kill. Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah, the way Karen, she really was on their side. This little reunion, I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to see what you be talking about with Karen, because Karen, girl,
And then I love how Kiarna, where Ashley said when he asked when Miss Coheed asked her about Ashley, and she said, she always apologizing after the fact because we know Ashley, you ain't shit.
yeah,
Let's be clear. Go back and watch the video of the fight. One of the videos that I saw, the person had put names of who it was pointing to the person while the fight was going on because it was kind of dark and hard to see. So they had the names of who the people were in during the scene.
yeah.
Ashley was there the whole time. Ashley would make you believe that she was in another room or didn't see the fight and somebody had to say she was right there.
Yeah,
She saw everything that was going on
and did nothing. Now my thing
and
is
did
this.
nothing.
My thing is this.
And
Because
then
in the
still tried to put it on Candace and said, "Oh, well, someone had to tell me that Deborah went over there for." Girl, you saw Deborah go over there. You
even
saw
me,
all of it.
even Mia, handsome Squidward looking ass, sat there and was like, "Well, see, Deborah came for me too. Like she said, she didn't like what I said in the confession or whatever, and I had to tell her. I was like, look, we all attend this at the third. See, you should have did that, Candace. You shouldn't have masturbated it. I'm like, bitch, because you a punk bitch. Okay, you sat there. She confronted you on your confessional, and you was like, oh no, you flipped the script. You copped the plea. Candace wasn't doing that. I just did that was nasty. It definitely like, and you can tell towards like the end, like Candace had that look like I'm done, like I'm literally done. Like once after this reunion, it's over. I'm not coming back because I don't think she got fired, even though Robin wants to sit there and say, oh well, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. and say that I'm leaving or whatever the case is, I got fired. Yeah, you got fired, not Candace. But that's besides the point.
Robin, go over there to the unemployment line.
The only person that is at fault here is freaking Ashley, and the fact that you brought this violent woman, and you even said it yourself
from the beginning.
You was like, well, I'm real close. I mean, I used to be real close to her, so now y'all not even talking because you knew that she was acting volatile.
I said when the episode came out and we came on here and talked about it, I said Ashley was at fault. I said that way back then. Ashley was at fault for even inviting her because she shouldn't be around production. If they're taping, Deborah does not need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
She's been threatening Candace on social media for almost a year now.
And she just don't. She don't. It seems like she ain't got some screws wrapped on too tight. Something, not all the tools is working in the little shed, tool shed or whatever, girl. Because it's not working. Something ain't up right up here. Okay. Because hold on, wait, Xavier said. I think Candace planned to leave once she found out she was pregnant. She knew she was.
I think she did too. I think that there was something that came out yesterday or something like that said that production asks Candace to tone it down. Production asks Candace to tone it down every year, and Candace does not care, and she goes at these people with reckless abandon. However, I think Candace, did that herself. She toned herself down because I think she knew at that point that she was pregnant. I think she already knew at that point that she was pregnant, and she probably said, I'm gonna dial it back because it's not worth, I'm pregnant, it's not worth to me. Because even if you look at even when Candace was upset, you notice she never really raised her voice. Candace always raises her voice.
Right.
And I know there's nothing production could have said to her to be like, tone it down. That wouldn't have been enough to tone her down if, she would not have been pregnant. I feel like she knew she was pregnant. And I think Chris might have even had the conversation with her too. She said, listen, we're going to dial it back this time because it's not worth us jeopardizing this baby.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm happy that she really didn't take the high road. I mean, there was definitely some parts in there where I wish she would have definitely went in a little bit more. But I understand, girl, at the end of the day, I'm trying to have a child. Y'all not gonna break my soul. I'm actually done with y'all hoes. I'm not a part. I'm gonna do this last little thing, get my little check, and leave and dip. I mean, it's gonna be, even though, look, people like to say, "Oh, Candace ain't no angel." Okay, fine. But at the end of the day, it is gonna be sad to see her leave because I feel like the fact that Candace won't be on there, the dynamic is definitely going to shift. I don't know what's to come of season 9.
I don't even know if I'm gonna watch season 9. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord. Just pray for me.
First of all, Teddy, we say this every year, and then we be like, "All right, come on, we about this week. We about to
I don't know.
Oh, you really
I gotta
over
see
it.
the lineup.
Yeah, that's that. Honestly, I want to see these girls go. I want to shake up too. I want half these girls to go. They might keep one person on like they're doing with Housewives of Atlanta because Kenya is set to come back. It's not confirmed anybody else, but Kenya is coming back, so they might just keep one person on the show.
I think somebody told me they were already taping, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, you would think that I would know being right here in
Atlanta.
But I don't follow these people. I don't claim Atlanta. I live in Sandy Springs.
I thought you were about to say Athens.
No, not Athens, Sandy Springs.
I mean, Athens ain't that bad, right? I mean, that's
I don't know those people. I don't listen. I'm up here in Sandy Springs. I don't go down that far. That's too far south for me. I don't slum it up with those people down there.
Wow. So not slum it up. What they said? Hold on, wait. What'd you say? You said allegedly Drew, Kenya, Portia. Oh, I would love them to. Yes, I'm glad they bring it back.
Why is Drew back?
Drew got a storyline on her, like the divorce. Come on now.
She ain't
People
gonna
are
do
gonna
nothing
want.
but lie like she did last year.
Nah, I think Drew deserved that next season. She definitely look what look, and then look get Ralph on there. Ralph probably got a new girl by now because he girl that would be an interesting storyline. Not Drew is the only one with the confirmed story. Because at this point, I don't know what the hell they're doing with Portia because now Portia, like a lot of the scenes from that damn mansion of hers, that $7 million mansion that she's not leaving from. We'll get into that a little bit later. Yeah, Simon don't want none of that on the show. So it's gonna be a shaky season. I don't know how, girl. It's probably gonna be one of them damn seasons where they just push some shit together. Like last one. At this point, do a wild card. Bring back Nene at this point, child. Do something.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're being lazy on both Potomac and Atlanta. There are enough people in these areas where you could really find some people. You would think that they were in places where they can't find anybody. There's no shortage of people who they can bring on the show that have celebrity, that have notoriety. And I know people say all the time, well, nobody wants to be attached to it. That's not true. There are absolutely people who would come and say, hell yeah, I'll do it. Because they'll take that check. They absolutely will. Look how many people you see. Carlos King keep finding people and messing up their lives.
Not messing up their lives. And that's the thing. Like, that's what made things like Housewives of Atlanta special. It's just like they got people that were nobodies and they put them on the show and they became like people are trying to have already established names come on, or people that are not really doing it in their fields, like Drew. She ain't acting no more, so she turned this.
Not for $2,500. I'm not doing this with y'all.
For $2,500, I mean, girl, that's a lot for some people. Girl, that's a Zeus check. That's how them girls on freaking Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret be getting that.
Some people, that's how much they make a month. I ain't mad at it. I'm not going to disparage those people who make $2,500 a month because you got to get it how you live. Get it how you live.
I get it how you live, Jam. Girl. Anyway, that was Potomac.
Yeah, we ain't care about the nothing else. We're
that damn crown, that crowning of Andy and so. Don't nobody give a fuck about that damn queen. Girl, just yeah. Anyway,
that woman wanted a tiara. Okay, she wanted a tiara. Let's be clear. Miss Cohen don't want that. She wants a tiara.
Not a tiara, honey. Okay, now we got to get into our other show.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, what's up?
Jordan is on my last damn nerve.
Jordan.
Between Jordan and Bria, girl, those two on this show have worked my nerve.
I feel like Summer should be in that too.
Summer is bad, but this episode it was Jordan because Jordan got mad at Summer. Okay, did you see the part where Jordan was crying about her hair?
Yeah, I've seen that part.
And Summer went in there and comforted her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this was last episode, and then they had the argument in the car.
Yeah.
At the end of last episode, and Jordan do be yelling at people. Jordan do go from 0 to 100. Jordan will be sitting there quiet, and then the next thing you know, she yelling, "Hey, girl, hey!"
First of all, you come in right when we got done with it, Potomac.
And I'm not watching this. I tried to get into her, and I don't know. They just got to arguing. I think I got to episode 2, and I kind of just was like,
Oh, you talking about Summer House?
I tried. Like, I got to the end of episode 2, and I'm like, what the fuck? What we talking about? Fill me
Well,
in.
what you got to say about Potomac?
Congratulations to Candace. She finally got that light skinned baby that she always wanted. I'm happy for
She
her.
said she want no light skinned baby. She said she want a brown skinned baby.
You know that's a lie. But I'm happy for her. Congratulations to her. No, all jokes aside, you know I'm just being shady. I love Candace. I love Candace down. I'm happy for her. I'm glad that she doesn't have to, deal with these toxic ass bitches while she's, creating a life. Okay. That's a very sacred time. I'm happy that she has the generational wealth to be able to, decline positions. Because let's be very clear, she was not fired, unlike some of these light skin on this show.
You know what the real problem with this show is? Let me just tell y'all what the real problem with this show. The real problem with this show is this. The dark-skinned women on this show, not including NECA, because I don't think she got a job at first. She ain't no real lawyer. She might be a paralegal, but she ain't no real lawyer. She ain't practicing law nowhere in America. However, I'm talking specifically Candace and Wendy. Yeah. The light-skinned bitches on this show are upset that their high yellow asses and their closeness to whiteness has not afforded them half of what the dark-skinned girls have. Candace comes from generational wealth. She don't have to worry about money. And that's something that a Giselle and a Robin feel that they should have because they're high yellow and much closer to white. Wendy is accomplished. Wendy is that girl. She's degreed. She has career. And here's the other part. Both Candace and Wendy are actual housewives, have actual husbands who really love them and support them. And neither one of those tight ass whores have any parts of that. And their whole high yellow ass and they green eyes and all of that can't get them no closer to what Candace nor Wendy have. And they are jealous about it. And any chance they get to try to tear them down, to try to make them feel less than, this show is their only mechanism and way for them to feel like they're superior to them. They're not. The show is called Housewives, and they're not even housewives. I mean, if you want to consider Robin a housewife, you can, but they're just roommates. Let's just be clear.
For real.
Giselle can't find a man to be with her because she's vile. She's vile. Her own children don't like her like that.
I do want to speak to that. Because I do feel like light skin, it's not even just light skin women, just society in general. They like, it's almost like they feel like light skin women are entitled to like just a specific type of life and lifestyle. And when they don't have it, they spiral. Like they're like, what the fuck? Like, why does this black bitch have all these things, these degrees, the man, the house, the husband, the job, the career, and I know they hate that she also has a successful singing career as well, because
and now that she's gonna have a child and they can't even hold that over her anymore.
Like they just can't. Like, but it's so funny. I don't know if you heard about Arnell, like the influencer who's like now a single mother. It's the same thing with her. She's also a light-skinned woman, and like there was like a whole conversation about like, oh my god, like I can't believe this influencer is a single mom. And it's like, why can't you believe it? It's like, do you feel like single motherhood is only exclusive to dark-skinned black women with brown eyes? Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's what it gives. That's what it gives.
Yeah, that's what it gives.
Did y'all talk about the bipolar?
We don't believe it.
We don't believe it.
We don't at all.
That
and I think it's disrespectful to people. I think it's disrespectful to people who are really suffering with bipolar disorders and things like, and people who suffer from real mental illness. Nobody believes any parts of Gordon.
No, really, I didn't even think
we don't believe him.
I didn't even. I'm gonna be honest. I did not think that they were lying because I just didn't think that someone would lie about something like that. However,
they lied. The woman started this show lying about her mother.
And now that I'm like thinking about it, Mia is a fucking liar. So
and he's been complicit in her lies.
Yeah. So
maybe that would I don't know. I'm thinking that would explain like
That's what it was designed to do. He wanted one to be able to explain all of his behavior in one fell swoop. Oh, what about when you did that? Oh, I was manic. What about when you did that? Oh, I was manic. Oh, what about when you did? Oh, I was manic. So everything that just can explain everything away.
Yeah, that's
We
exactly
don't
what it
believe you,
did.
Gordon.
Like I said, even Andy, like he was like looking at him sideways, like,
I mean, nobody
is this nigga serious?
It didn't make no headlines like, oh, Gordon reveals that he's
I mean, it did now. I mean, after the show aired, it was like, oh, Gordon Gortrell got bipolar 1. Okay. I mean, that could have been a storyline if that was true. Like you going to the doctors and girl.
That's why I think that it's real, because I'm like, why miss that opportunity? But I guess they would have to keep it up. I don't know.
Girl, it's a whole mess, girl. I'm done with Potomac. We done off there. We ain't gotta worry about them for the rest of the year. Now, Summer House.
Can y'all explain to me what's going? Okay, can I just have a question?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you who I don't like. The light-skinned girl that was like, that was like mad, like that's fucking on the fine one, and mad that he didn't invite her to the event.
Summer. Oh no. You said mad that she
Summer.
Mad that she did not get invited to the event because they were fucking, and she feels entitled to an event, to an invitation because he's quote been inside of her. She's immature.
Oh, that's Summer. Yeah, that's Summer.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Summer, she really did not have that attitude like she did now the first season. Right. Yeah, it's definitely a shift in her attitude this season. I couldn't really get into it. Shanice, I don't really get into either.
Shanice, is that the new one?
No, that's the one that was crying.
She's the one with the curly hair. She was only there for like a week last year, but this year she's here for the whole time.
She doesn't bother me. I mean,
the part she was crying, like, oh my God, I ain't got a job and y'all making fun of me because I ain't got clothes. I'm like,
no. This episode, she started crying. It was just so weird. Like it seemed like she was trying to force herself to cry, but no tears were coming out. And I was like, it was so performative.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about the entire show. I just feel like a lot of these conflicts are forced. It's like there's no way.
But what do you mean Jordan is evil though, Xavier? Like Jordan
is problematic. She's problematic.
Which one? Jordan's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the one that was Jasmine's best friend, but now they kind of got like a little.
I don't like her either. Why?
I don't like Jasmine either.
No, I like Jasmine. I don't like. Why are they switching up on Jasmine? Because she got married.
Jasmine. Because she what?
Because she got married.
No, that's not even. That's not even the case.
They don't want to invite Jasmine to everything, and what they don't want to tell her is not her, it's her husband. They don't like her damn husband, and so that's why she don't get invited to stuff. And her husband is because her husband is about old school. I'm gonna put up my quotation finger, traditional values. He's African, and he believes that she should be home barefoot, bearing his kids, and not do. He's about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say this though: if that's the case, they not. My thing is, girl, if we inviting you out and you bring your husband, bitch, ladies, leave your man at home. That's how I am. Like if you always taking him places, no, I have a problem with that.
Side note: Preston got engaged to his boyfriend. I think yesterday or today or something like that.
White?
I think I saw that. No, he's black. He's black.
Oh,
wait.
Wow.
Hold on,
Preston is the stocky gay one.
Okay, I'm about to say. I thought Preston was the.
Hold on, wait, because we didn't talk about this last episode too. Why the fuck was that man crying at the freaking sight of Phil coming back? Was he really crying?
Which one was crying?
Preston.
Preston. These kids be crying at the drop of a dime. I don't be understanding all of this crying and bullshit.
I just can't get into this show. I'm just
because then he was like, because I dealt with a lot of stuff and he's toxic and masculinity, and I'm like, okay, hold on.
Are you scared? Are you scared you're gonna get your ass whooped? Like what the fuck?
Now I wonder if because that man did come in there with fever for him last season. If you remember last season, bro came in and Amir was back. Amir was ready to fight.
Right.
I just want to.
That's what I'm saying.
I do want to see Amir fight him. I just want to see all of that, testosterone thrown around the house. With Amir. I don't know why.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that was definitely Napoleon syndrome, like a little
Napoleon,
bit.
that dude was tall as hell. Oh, you talk about Amir?
Yeah, like
No, Phil was no. Let's be clear though.
No,
Phil was
Phil
out of.
came at Amir first,
He was
and
out of
Amir was
hand.
like, "Nah, bruh."
The testosterone was at a freaking 10. You need to. I cannot stand
Because
men that is like
remember,
him.
but no, and if you remember, what happened was Phil went after Jordan and he got all up in Jordan's face. And Amir went over there, said, nah, bro, ain't gonna be none of that. Cause he acted like he was gonna hit Jordan last season. And Amir went over there with like, nah, you're gonna have to fight me. And then he went after Preston, and that's when Amir really got mad. He was like, nah, we're not having none of this. And so
Because he
that's
was
when he
saying
was
like,
like,
because Phil was saying like little slick shit that's undertones. It was definitely microaggressions there.
Mhm.
We just like everybody gay in the room knew. Like, okay, this is okay.
You're that
Got
guy.
you.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is this, Harold. You did say that he had a valid reason to feel uncomfortable. My thing is, you had to show it on. I mean, look, I know we go through a lot of shit. Okay, a lot of dudes
with
that
all
are
this
straight
crying and carrying
try to
on.
punk us all the time, but at the end of the day, you hold your shit. Okay,
Right. I just you a grown ass man at the end of the day. Fuck
Mhm.
sexuality. We two niggas at the end of the day. Fuck you
Sure
crying
will.
like
Listen, I'll be Candace. I'll grab me a champagne bottle, bitch, and we'll get it down, bitch. Ain't no rules in
okay,
fighting.
we two,
right.
we two
I
niggas.
Ben was picking up something. I see it, girl. Please.
Yeah,
But
I
no, my problem with
understand,
Jordan this episode was this. Like I said, she was crying about having alopecia last episode. Summer went in there, was comforting the girl and hugging her, right?
Yeah, I
They go
remember.
to the club. Summer is and Jordan is in a knockdown drag out, argument in that car.
Yeah.
So when this episode comes, they go back upstairs. Jordan, I don't know where Jordan was, but Summer went upstairs and Jasmine, and I think she was crying or whatever. And so Jasmine went in there to see what was going on with Jordan. And so it was Jasmine in there, and Noelle was comforting Summer. I should say not Jordan, Summer, right? So Summer was like, I can't believe she would talk to me like that and do me like that, and treat me like this, and I was just in here comforting her, and that's all she said to Jasmine, right? Jordan then says that Summer's wrong because why would you tell Jasmine that you were comforting me? And I think it's wrong because at first she tried to say that Summer told Jasmine about her alopecia, and Summer didn't. She just said, why would she treat me like this when I was just in here comforting her in the bathroom? And she was like, well, why would you tell them that you were comforting me? Bitch, because it explains why the fuck I'm upset, you raggedy whore. Like, I have a reason to be upset because I'm just over here comforting you.
She has
she went
problems
ballistic.
communicating.
She went ballistic about Summer telling, because even when she figured out that Summer didn't tell Jasmine about her alopecia, she said, well, that doesn't matter. Just the fact that you would tell her that I was in a moment of vulnerability and anything like that. Like, the reason she told her that was to explain why she was so angry. It just didn't make any sense. Everything has to be about her. She's a narcissist to me. That's my problem with Jordan.
Oh, okay.
She's
Hold
a
on.
narcissist.
I wouldn't say narcissist. I mean, definitely she has.
If you go back to this episode, and I know you didn't see the end.
Okay.
At the end of this episode, Alex was the only one in the house that noticed that Jordan wasn't saying anything, was real quiet. So Alex says, hey, Jordan, I noticed you've been quiet. You seem a little off. What you got going on? She, talks about, her having daddy issues and her having situations where being the only child and having to take care of her, this, that, and the third. So she was really emoting, right? When she gets through talking, Alex says, you know what? I appreciate you saying that because I feel like I learned so much more about you with you sharing, about, your past than I even did all last year. You know what she said? Well, I'm glad you said that because you ain't shit because how you came for my friend and stuff like that. And I was like,
Oh,
We was like, wait,
Maybe she's bipolar. Maybe she got that.
how did we get here?
they all seem like they unstable mentally. Like it's definitely it gave
was
very
like-
much sheltered kids. Like
Yes.
It was like, how did we get here?
yeah,
I mean, this is
Like,
the same one who was telling the dude who got mad because he called her thick. Like, oh, you feel entitled to my body. Shut up. Like,
that was funny as hell.
I'm just like, okay, like you sound like a white woman. Did a white woman teach you that? You know, in our community,
Ooh.
yes. Like, stop. Like that applies to that would make sense if you were white, but you're not. So stop acting like that. Like, you know what it is.
Like Jordan has it to me. I say she's a narcissist because it doesn't matter what the situation is. Jordan's going to make it revolve around her. She's going to come right back to, well, what about me? And wait, girl, we ain't talking about you. Girl,
No, I feel like all that stuff you're saying about Jordan, I feel that way about the girl with the damn dog. What's her name again?
Yeah.
Oh, we know Bria is a narcissist.
Bria.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's a goddamn I can't
I
stand
don't
her.
think Bria's a narcissist. I think she's just a selfish bitch. But
Yeah, she's selfish. She's very self-centered and selfish. I can't stand Bria or that.
I mean,
damn
the
dog.
way she went out and went to, I guess she went to whatever event they were going to, left that damn dog and there to shit on the floor. Put that
we
dog in
also
your damn house.
find out Jasmine actually is pregnant.
Oh.
She actually is pregnant, and so at the end of the episode, at they got back into the argument about Mariah and Phil coming, and Bria starts yelling again, and they were like, wait a minute, we at this restaurant, girl, you turning up a little too much. We out here in public at this restaurant. And she was like, well, fine, I'll just bottle it in, and when I get home, I'll blow up there. And it was just like this whole moment with her and everything. And so Jasmine kind of had fed, she probably dealing with, she's pregnant, so she has a lot of, emotions or hormones. She had this big blow up herself and started crying and everything. Like, listen, y'all, I'm going through a lot.
Oh yeah.
She ain't told them yet that she's pregnant, but she did get on FaceTime with Silas and say, I think I just want to tell them and just get it out of the way. She wanted to wait till she was in her second trimester, but she's only like 3 days away from it. So it's going to happen while they're on the trip. So she said, I might as well just tell them.
Oh, so she pregnant. She about to hit her second trimester.
Yeah, she knee deep in it.
Yeah.
Not Jordan posed for Playboy, then complained about men.
Thank you. Hello, hey, girl.
Well, maybe after the years of being over there, she probably felt like, I don't like this. I still got it for Jordan. Jordan is still my girl, even though she's a little manic.
I'm not going to say this
sometimes.
I'm not going to say this just simply because the man is my fraternity brother, and I do like to protect my fraternity brothers, but they be having a lot of fever for Alex that just is misplaced.
Which one is Alex? I'm sorry. The fine one?
Alex is the tall one. Not Nick. Nick is the one with the glasses. Alex is the other tall brown skin one.
The fine one, right? The one that Okay.
So
the fine one on there is Amir.
And Alex been telling them women from the beginning what it is. Like when Noelle got mad and started crying because he told her, hey, boo, I don't know what you think this is. You mad because I'm dancing on this lady over here, but you was just in the pool with, what's Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Flirt with him. So, girl.
That man, Lord.
He was fine though. But still, you was over there about to get your coochie split open by him, right. But you mad at me because I'm simply dancing with, and then you gonna bring me outside talking about, oh, well, I feel like I don't really like people that are, we ain't together. You don't got no claim on telling me who we're.
Yeah.
Like,
Noelle is toxic though. I like it though.
Noelle is
about her
hair. Noelle is the one with the curly hair.
Yeah, the one that's from Atlanta with the southern accent.
No, curly hair is Shanice.
Right. Noelle is the AKA.
Yeah, Noelle is the AKA.
I like Noelle.
Yeah, I just don't like how, and this summer with her whole thing, I think they've really been dogging out. I think they're picking on Alex at this point. Alex is at this point just a whipping boy.
Alex is the fine one, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have, like, they're not memorable enough for me. This show don't do it for me. I'm sorry. It's just they argue about nonsense. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's most of
it got to a point this episode where all of the men was just looking around like, girl, what are we arguing about? And that damn Preston gonna get himself in trouble because you always find yourself in the middle of
How Preston gonna get
argument
in trouble?
because Preston is always the one. Okay, this person talked to me, and then that person talked to me, and now I got to go play middleman, and that doesn't work. You need to stay out of it. You need to say, baby, don't tell me nothing. You go talk to her.
Yeah. How did y'all feel about the whole handsy conversation?
Real quick, I mean, they didn't really. They said, "Oh, you get a little bit too touchy." That's all. We're not calling you a creep.
They said one thing to Preston and then said something totally different to Nick. And if they truly felt that way, they should have just been real honest. But now you're sending these mixed signals, which makes me want to know, well, were you really being truthful with Preston or were you really being truthful with Nick?
Right. Because it did sound like they were like regurgitating what somebody else said, like what somebody else interpreted. We didn't, the camera didn't see him touching them. I don't recall. I mean, that doesn't mean anything, but we didn't see it. And so all we saw was I'm sorry, I don't know their names, the gay one. All we saw was
Preston.
All we saw was Preston say, well, he does get a little handsy. And then that's when like the narrative was like, oh, he's handsy. And then it's like, but we never heard them say that until Preston said it. So
that's why I say, Preston, you in the middle of all of these arguments, trying to orchestrate and play mediator and counselor, baby, that's gonna get you in trouble. That's gonna get you in. That's gonna get played out.
Because I don't like that playing both sides of the fence shit.
I mean, it's not like he playing both sides of the fence. They're coming to him to be like this middle. They're coming to him, like,
which is why he needs to tell them, "Hey, boo, I understand, but you need to go talk to her. I don't want to be in the middle of this. It don't have anything to do with me. You need to go have a conversation with her.
Because if not, you just being messy.
Because to me, if it were me, if I truly was Jordan, or I think it was Jordan and Summer, and I really did have a problem with Nick being handsy, and Nick came to me, that means I know that you, Preston, went right over there and told Nick that. And I might have been like, I didn't tell you to tell Nick that. I could have went to Nick by my damn self. That wasn't your place to go and just tell him that. I have a mouth. I could talk.
And I don't think that he was being handsy. I think that they just being.
And Nick, and out to Nick's credit, he did come to them. And he was he came to them the right way. He didn't come to them, all mad. He came very like, listen, y'all, I don't want to cause a problem. I don't want there to be any in my hands. If I am, just let me know. And I can, he was a gentleman.
And then they told him like, oh no, we're not calling you a creep. I'm like, well,
yes, you are. You're saying that
yes, you are.
Like, yes, you are. So that's the thing. That's what women.
They were even saying, well, what would his girlfriend think about it? Even though I think that's his beard and not his girlfriend, but that's a whole nother story for a whole
nother beard, honey.
The handsy conversation didn't make no sense.
I mean, you see that scene where he was in that crop top doing, the little stretches and stuff. I was like,
hey, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just now looking at the comments.
Girl, not that. How you doing? Okay.
Yeah. Nick is my type. I like tall, skinny men. So Nick is my type.
I love
men with glasses.
Amir is my whole type. Okay,
I love a tall, skinny man, and then have the only thing Nick is missing. If he had a lot of hair,
oh, absolutely not.
That'd be all I needed.
That man look like cinnamon.
Nick is fine. Nick is the fine one, right? I'm sorry.
No, Alex is the fine one for you.
Alex is yeah. But that's not my type. None of these men are my type. They're too light skinned.
Are they too light skinned, girl?
Yeah. I like them black.
Okay.
All right, we done with you, Summer House.
Yes, let's get up out of here, child. Now we got a couple of topics to get into before we get up out of here. Now we talked about this a little bit yesterday on your platform, Medusa. Girl, he got on the fucking Breakfast Club and freaking back.
You know what's coming, Medusa.
I'm ignoring you at this point.
I was not invited.
Next. Don't do that.
Girl.
can we please move on? I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
Oh my goodness.
Right. That's the problem. You're not.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get on topic.
Yes, sir.
So basically, Gerard Carmichael backpedals, pussy pops, and tries to say that we've been taking everything out of context and we didn't watch the full discussion. We didn't watch we didn't hear the full joke.
It's not. Okay. Can I go first?
You go ahead.
It's not funny. Like you're trying to say like, oh, it's not about slavery, it's not about sex, it's about me not being able to read, or it's about him being, girl, shut up. It doesn't matter how you try to explain it. It's not funny. You try to use slavery and then it's so funny, it's so crazy. It's like even the audience cringed when you said it. The audience isn't even receiving it. So why are you so adamant about making these cringy ass jokes?
Let's be clear.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Like, are you that much of a shoe shining raccoon that you have to do this shit? I'm tired. I hate him. I hate him, and I hate anyone that is this. I just feel like honestly, we should just boycott HBO for giving this jigaboo a platform.
Well, hold up now. We ain't in the business of canceling no damn HBO now, child.
Why not?
But
they cancel all the black shows just so they can put this bullshit on TV.
Cancel his show. We can cancel his show all day, child. But no, I watch a lot of stuff on HBO Max now. But yeah, I mean,
let me say this. The problem is he's a narcissist. That's one. And the whole show is about his narcissism. Everything revolves around him. I've been watching the show intently to see, because this is about my community. This is my community that's being represented here, and I have a vested interest in it, in what's being portrayed. Because I said this after the first episode. I promise you, award season, they're going to give him all of the awards, and it's going to be so groundbreaking, and it's going to be like it's revolutionized television and really told the story of black gay men in America, and it absolutely is not any of that. But he's going to be the representation of what we are as a group of people, which is disgusting and disturbing for me. One of the true depictions of his narcissism is in this conversation when he says, I'm usually the smartest person in the room. You need to find a new room.
Right. Where
he said that and meant that.
That was pure narcissist. And then even when
he said that and meant that.
Yeah. Even when he was going back and forth with Charmaine, and basically Charmaine was, Charlamagne was like, well,
girl, I'm not doing this with y'all today.
Basically saying, when he was explaining the joke, talking about how his boyfriend reads a lot of books, and that was the joke. And he was like, yeah, well, slavery is still that's not funny.
Thank you.
And then he said, oh, well, I've been doing this for so long. So, yeah, I mean, it just wasn't funny to you. Like,
no, it wasn't funny to anyone. Even white, it's bad when white people don't laugh. White people laugh at anything. White people think anything, any sort of traumatic experience, they think that shit is funny. Even white people were like,
The thing about it is for you to talk about, because he tried to explain away the joke, the part of the joke that talked about the slave and the slave master's son, negating that was a whole different set that came at the end. We're talking about at the beginning where you started talking about different things that you like to do sexually, and then you started saying, well, how many of you like race play, which fell in line with all of the other things that you were saying. You talked about liking to spit on in people's mouths. You talked about liking, to suck people's toes. And then you said, well, what about race play? How many of you know what race play is? Or something to that effect, as if to say he's into that as well. And so by you starting the episode telling us that you're into race play, and then ending the episode with this whole, sometimes I act like he's, the master's son, and I'm that falls right in line. That it didn't land because you were telling your truth. Because your whole shtick is, see, you forgot that we have watched your comedy, and your comedy is you using your truth and your real life, and you try to make it seem, you try to do this weird shit where you try to act like you're just talking and telling your truth and being therapeutic, and it's supposed to land and be funny because that's that white people type of weird ass humor and
Yeah,
shit.
he got dry humor.
And you got called out
Yeah.
because you really were telling your truth, but now you're trying to backpedal and say, "Oh, you just didn't get the joke." No, we got the joke. We really did because you don't think we're as smart as you. That's what basically what he was saying was we're not intelligent enough to understand the joke.
Who, black people? Because I mean,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
let's be
Hmm.
very clear.
Hmm.
Fuck this. Can we just, I'm sorry, can we just like Krayshawn, can we just stop talking about him so that we, like, if once we as the media stop talking about him, he won't exist anymore.
Right.
That's not true. You want to know why? He's the type of black person that the white people love. He only wants to fuck them. He only wants to give them his BBC. He promotes everything that they do. He feeds into that mode of black people that they like. So even if we stop talking about him, they will continue. They do the same thing with people like Childish Gambino or Donald Glover. They
But
Hmm.
love these types of people. They're going to
but
promote and market him as much as they can.
Yeah.
He's
but
never
the
going
reason
to go away.
why he's going viral though is because of black people's outrage. White people don't give a fuck. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's still building his still, the black community is still involved. Him coming to the Breakfast Club, he's talking to niggas. Niggas listen to the Breakfast Club. Like,
Hmm.
we're still talking about him. If we stop talking about him, I just feel like it will take away because from his, that's what makes him so salacious and controversial. It's the same thing with Candace Owens. The fact that niggas don't fuck with him. That's what he's getting out of it. I'm I'm t- I I'm trying not to wish death on this person, but I have nothing positive to say about this
Not
person.
wish death. How did we going
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I think he
I
just is
don't see. I don't see it as black.
not.
I do think that. I think that um, he does have a his circle of people is black. He doesn't come from white America. He comes from black America. He comes
Xavier.
from a black household. And I think that for me, I'll say for me, as someone who is having a horrible depiction of their community put out there, I think I owe it to myself and my community to at least negate or tell the accurate story as to who we are. Not that we are monolith, but certainly dispel a lot of the fuck shit that he's putting out there.
Hmm.
Because left to himself, this is what people will go as the going narrative. And a large majority of black America could give a shit about the black gays. Let's just be
Let's
real
be
clear.
honest.
And they
But
would
see, but
just
at the
take
end of the
that and
day,
just be like, okay, well, that's their problem.
that is true. But at the end of the day, Teddy, I don't care what, because people are going to think what they're going to think regardless. Half of the world already thinks that we'd like to mess with little kids. I mean, let's be very clear. It's there. It's now. Like, it doesn't matter if he was on this platform or not. People are still going to think the deplorable things that they think about us. So at the end of the day, I mean, girl, here y'all go. They'll never get a positive representation of black queer people in media because they don't want to.
The other dangerous part about it is there's some young black gay boy that may be seeing this.
Hmm.
And that is the dangerous part.
He don't give a fuck about that.
Oh, I know he doesn't.
Yeah,
But
he get
for
money.
me, I do give a damn about that. And I think that's just dangerous.
Hmm.
Um, because just like if we just don't say anything about Krishan Rock, there's some young black woman that's looking to her as the example and as the model for how they, should pattern themselves. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And in the same vein, I'm telling you, when a year from now, when he's award winning and they have all of these superlatives because white people will have crowned him as the voice of the black gay America, that's going to be a dangerous narrative. And he's going to be, if he's already like this now, you can only imagine how you won't be able to tell him anything. It's sickening to me. It's disturbing.
Child.
Fuck this nigga.
And did you see how he tried to like backtrack on that whole Dave Chappelle? Because I guess he shaded Dave Chappelle at one point, but then he took it back. I'm like, oh yeah, you fixing to be like him anyway. In other news, I mean, what else could we get into, girl? What else is going on?
Little Meat Around America, Kai Cenat, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Not Little Meat. The meat was flaccid. It was, or what they call it when it's not.
Oh wait,
it was flaccid. Which I mean, it's small when it's flaccid. It was little. I don't know what it's like when it's direct, but the one that we saw was little. What do you want from me?
Let me see the news drop. Is that bad to go look at like news when they weren't consensually?
Well, I mean,
Schuster also had his meat haphazardly posted on his Snapchat, and people were like, "Oh, I think your girl's clitoris is bigger than your meat." They was dragging him on social media.
Wait, who?
Said,
who?
Juju Smith-Schuster, who plays for he used to play for the Steelers. Now he plays for the New England Patriots.
You said you think her clitoris is bigger? That's a mess.
That's what they were saying on social media.
Horrible. That's despicable. Oh my goodness.
It's on Twitter.
Well, anyway, it's on Twitter, but you're gonna have to find it because, honey.
Oh, I have Kai Cenat. I can send that to you.
Thank you.
How many versions were they though? Because it was a lot of versions of them. It was like him laying down, and then there was another one. Like this girl really was like propping him like a goddamn mannequin. I was like, girl, this is kind of creepy.
What the fuck? I just saw it. I'm like, it doesn't look. It looks like it's hard to me.
Oh,
it was
I just put it in the chat. Oh, you say you got
what chat?
Let me see.
In our chat.
Oh Lord, child. Let me see what you got. Because if you got a different one,
okay, yeah, it's definitely.
Now we all look at.
Is this little or big?
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I saw that one. It's I mean, it's medium.
This is a regular dig. I mean, yeah, we don't know what it's hidden for. I mean, I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. You think it's big?
I don't like Kai Cenat. He looks dirty to me. Like he looks like he has this permanent film covering his body. He just seems unkempt and dirty to me. Him and I shot the other one who I show speed. They both look real dirty to me. They just look unkempt and dirty to me. If you force me to have to deal with one of the two, I'd probably take myself out. But I might do I show speed. Kai Cenat seems like he gives me very much fuckboy energy, and I just can't. He gives me complete fuckboy energy, and I just can't deal with it. I will deal with the goofy one before I deal with the fuckboy energy one. I just can't.
I like Duke Dennis. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know these people.
These are streamers. He bringing up streamers now. These, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I don't know these.
Oh, people. Speaking of streamers, child, they saying that DDG and the Holly is done.
Fuck them. Who cares?
Yeah, we didn't really care.
Everything that happens to her, she deserves it.
Okay, this Duke Dennis person is cute.
Yeah. I told you. You heard about Courtney Love, child? Talk about all your faves. Well,
I mean, but
America's faves.
I'll be quiet because I agree. I don't like any of these people, so I probably should just shut up.
I definitely agree with the Taylor conversation because she said, she's just there. Like she's not. What did she say? Not important.
I haven't heard about Courtney Love.
I had to look her up.
Did you hear about your girl's husband trying to get the judge to let him go overseas? Sir, your whole sex offender. Why would we send you to other countries to offend sexes? Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Was he denied or no?
We don't know yet.
Because it's still in the hearing process? Oh, okay. Yeah.
He wants it to start on the 17th, which is tomorrow.
Look, your girl got to do the European leg of the tour.
Talk about
Let's
he need
not.
to take care of his child. Sir, stay your ass at home. Be the house husband that you are. You can't even go certain places in our country. You can't go to schools in our country. Why would we let you out of the country? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Don't hold her up from this damn tour, girl. Just stay home, okay, and move that topic. I was like, girl,
Who are these people that Xavier's bringing up? I don't know these people. That Chris next door person is ugly.
who's Chris next door? Let me see. Let me see. What he's like,
Yeah, he's not cute. This Phantom person, he's not cute. He too fat.
Are these all streamers?
I don't know who these people are. Your age. Who is that? Let me see who that is. Why am I looking these people up? He's not cute.
No, absolutely not. Are you kidding me, Xavier? Chris next door, girl.
I mean, I could take your age more than I could take the Phantom person, or the Chris next door person.
The Chris next door, I don't like when people have that. That's that Saucy Santana beard. It's like when it glides off the damn chin, like it just don't like it's almost like a beard.
Speaking of beards, I'm so sick of hearing about Rick Ross and Wheelchair Jimmy. I'm so sick of them. Can they get out of my timeline, please?
I just want them to bump bussies and call it a day.
Not bump bussies, honey.
Then right, because they're not gonna fight. Neither one of them gonna fight. They ain't gonna bust a grape. Wheelchair Jimmy can't fight and can't rap. So what is your purpose?
He can.
He can't.
He cannot rap. He got writers.
He cannot. I mean, I respect Nicki as a rapper more than I respect Wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, floppy disks.
He did have a floppy disk.
Ooh, don't talk about. I'm really
3.5 or 5.25 inch.
I mean, it was long, but it was floppy.
You know, I'm talking about back in the day. You had either 3.5 inch or 5.25 inch floppy.
You know, we child.
Yeah, that's old school. Yeah, but the double entendre works here.
It does.
I cannot.
Yeah, Harold, Xavier is a chubby chaser.
Who?
We found that out. Xavier is a chubby chaser.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I might be a low key chubby chaser too. I'll be thinking like I like Drewski. And then there's another one. He's like from New York, and he has like a really thick New York accent. He's like dark skinned. I don't know his name, but he's so cute to me. Y'all like him thick and juicy?
I mean, I do like him bad. I mean, like bad. Yeah.
I like my man real thin.
Really? Yeah. No. I mean, I just like niggas. Honestly, like if you look good, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Like if you look good, if you sexy,
and then you got some good dark chocolate skin, and have that sweat just glistening off your body.
It's so funny. This fine.
Okay, no, I'm gonna put my. Hold on. I got you, Medusa. I got you.
Do y'all like light skinned men?
Yeah,
it depends. I don't have a problem with them, but it just depends.
I ain't got a yeah. As long as it's like not because a lot. Well, no, I don't want to say that because I feel like everybody's different. But yeah, I mean,
you want them this dark, Medusa?
Hold on, Xavier. I gotta hold on. I want them black, and like me, like I just love dark skin, so it really don't matter. Like you know what I'm saying? Like as long as you, like I don't care. Like the darker the better. Let me see. Yes, the first one, yes. The second one, I'm not attracted to him, but his skin is pretty.
Now we got.
It's showing just all this
palette cleanses.
Woo!
Now, is this too light for you? Is the last one I just put with the beige one? Is that too light for you? Because I feel like you gonna say that's too light for you. The fact that you can see his tattoos makes him too light.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Like honestly, like anything lighter than my husband is too light for me. Like,
your husband is not light skinned.
He's not. That's what I'm saying at all. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like my husband is like.
I don't think when it comes to black people, like it don't matter what complexion you have. To me, now y'all can be however y'all want, but I could do light or dark. It don't matter.
I don't like OJ Swab. I think that he's one of the girls. He's very effeminate. And that's not
OJ Swab.
I don't know. I'm going to look him up now. Let me see who he is.
I don't like him. He's a jackass, but he's fine as hell.
He looks like Candy's husband, Todd.
No, he doesn't.
He looked kind of like Todd to me.
That motherfucker! Oh my god!
I cannot stand him. Like he literally went viral.
He used to be funny.
Thank you. He used to be funny. He went viral recently because he went on a date with a girl and was like dragging her outfit. Like, what the fuck is this? Is this fashion?
Xavier, this Daquan Wiltshire. I don't see it for him. His face ain't all that to me.
Not Daquan Wiltshire. What?
Let me see. B Boogie. Let me see.
Why is he giving us all these people that don't look? Don't look good. Can you give us somebody?
Wait, hold on, y'all.
He's showing us
for us to look at. God, Lord. Now Trevante is fine. Yes, Trevante is fine. That is a lot of fine ass man. That's a lot of man and a lot of fineness. Oh dear God. My other boo thing is Makad Brooks. Oh, he been my boo thing since True Blood. Oh, that's some fine chocolate right there. That's some fine chocolate.
Derek, how are you live streaming this?
On YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
You can do that through StreamYard?
I think you can.
Look at us. Darren, what you doing?
I don't know what Darren over there doing.
He act like we don't got kids and families.
Come on, kids and families.
Well, yeah, girl. I don't know. Is there anything else happening?
I don't know. Listen, I stay out of the
All right, what's going on? What y'all talking about now?
Xavier, we're not looking at no more of your people because we don't trust you.
Anyway,
I don't know these people.
Now y'all just y'all looking up, girl. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. I think that's all we have for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. I'm gonna go around tell y'all.
That's too light for Medusa.
Ooh. Let me see.
Not that
he's fine now. He is fine, Harold. But that's too light for Medusa. Courtney Burrell. He is fine now, but
sound like
he too light for Medusa.
He sound like
way too light for her.
I mean, you fine. Don't get me wrong. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
He is fine, but that's too light for you, Medusa.
Yeah, I don't. I can. No, he is too.
Let me see.
What
Oh yeah, him. Oh yeah, I like it. I like that. Yeah, he was in that movie, wasn't he, or something?
Is he a porn star?
No, he got an IDMB account. IDMB.
Who is he?
He acted. I remember him being in the Tyler Perry film.
That's all I know. Oh yeah, he is a little yellow. See, I don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's too light skinned for you. Yeah. I looked at him, but I could tell he was way too light skinned for you.
Yeah, girl, that's perfect. Look, girl, that's fine with me. Ain't.
I don't have a problem with it. It just doesn't. It don't get my coochie. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't.
It don't make your coochie twitch. Yeah.
Everybody got their thing.
Come on, coochie twitch.
All right, y'all. We got to get up out of here, girl. Jail. Okay. See y'all. Y'all want to go around and tell the people where they can find me?
You know where to find me at Medusa Show Off on Instagram and YouTube, and at the Medusa Show on TikTok. I go live every Monday at 8:30 on YouTube.
The one that's the live that I don't get invited to.
We'll be on next week. We're going live, all three of us. Monday at 8:30.
I'm gonna be out of town next week.
We'll see. We'll see. There you go.
The one time I'm out of town on the Monday.
Well, I guess you'll be on next week, the week after next.
Oh, I ain't doing this with you. I am not doing this with you.
I'm not doing it with you either.
Oh my
Because you don't
goodness.
care about me.
Okay.
You see how she do me, Darren?
Look.
Wait till I see you in New York. Wait till we get to New York.
Wait, it's on site. It's on
I'm gonna
site.
Oh,
push you
not it's on
down. I'm
site,
gonna push
girl.
you right on down.
That's fine.
Girl.
I like to fight. Don't let the size.
Y'all can find me at LTeddy27 official on YouTube and on Instagram or X, formerly Twitter. It's LTeddy27.
Period.
Period.
Y'all know what I do. I do all of the things. And that's it.
Yes, period. All right. And we about to get up out of here, child. Y'all know where y'all can find me on the new podcast every day, Monday through Friday. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I'll tell you, I finished like taping the episode for tomorrow.
Listen, how you think I be feeling going live every day?
I can't
at
do
5
live
o'clock?
every day. I cannot do
I
live
go
every day.
live every day. It's hard. It is hard. It is hard because when you be working and then you got to say, "Oh shit, I got to produce a show," and it takes time to produce a show. I don't think people be realizing. It takes
and then add kids on top of that. So now y'all see why I be struggling. I'm just saying.
Listen, Silly Saturday takes me 4 or 5 hours to do a Silly Saturday production. 4 or 5 hours.
It's a lot. Like it takes a lot to do what we do.
And then you gotta worry about promotions as a girl, and then the algorithm messing up, child. They really blackballing me, honey, girl. On TikTok and sometimes on YouTube.
Yeah, my YouTube hasn't been, but I mean, whatever.
My YouTube actually has been doing good lately. I'm proud of we've been, I've been having my steady people in there, so we've been doing good lately. I'm proud of them.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.